up, folks? What's up, people? I'm going to touch on something, man, that I know is a very hard pill for y'all to swallow, especially my people of color. But it's time to address the elephant in the room and address the truth, man. It's time to break this psychological curse and this mental disease that we suffer from, and that is the belief and worship of Jesus Christ and God. I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know this is difficult, but it's not real. It's not real. There's no such thing. Never existed. It's fake, and you was lied to. The Bible's 452 years old, and coincidentally, that's around how long we've been colonized and oppressed. It's 400 years. It's not real. It didn't come from Africa. It came from Europe. I know a lot of y'all got y'all's facts and studies wrong, talking about they stole it from us, and they didn't steal it from us. It didn't come from Africa. You can talk to any real Africans who wasn't indoctrinated, and they'll explain to you that's not our system, that's not our beliefs, that's nothing we go by. It's all made up. The European brought that belief and that book and that ideology and mythology to Africa and to every other country that they stumbled upon. No different than what the Aboriginal people or the natives said here in the Americas, which was majority black as well, but we're not getting into that right now. It's my next topic. But as for, there's no history that revolves around it. There's no proof. Nothing supports it. It's fake, people. I was disappointed too. I was a very respectable, God-fearing, fearing Christian. I know the Bible well, from Genesis to Revelations. I'm very influent and educated, very decent IQ, very intelligent man. Look me up. And I didn't have a problem with Jesus. I didn't fall out with Jesus and them. I'm a historian. I study history to the point where it started to peel back the layers of the lies and the bullshit. So people who study religions looking for the truth and never find it. All religions fall under the same umbrella of manipulation and cult-like variables. Unfortunately, yeah, they all paint the same picture to gain control and power and whatnot of whoever they're teaching it to. So I don't care. I'm not just attacking Christians. I don't care if you think you're a Muslim or Hindu or whatever you think you are. It's all fake. It's all made up. It's not real. Getting back to this Christian book, it was written by a very evil man who was full of witchcraft and sorcery and demonology, and he wrote several books on those topics way before he even wrote the Bible or rewrote it or whatever you want to say. And his name is King James. Half of y'all don't even know who King James is. He's a very evil guy who murdered his mother, partnered up with his auntie to take the throne. He was into homosexuality, incest, and quite a few other things that are funny because they're considered the complete opposite of what you believe. That's why that book is full of spells, witchcraft, sacrifices, blood offerings, and you too blindsided and brainwashed to understand it. So you look at it like it's okay, but it never happened. It never existed. None of those people ever walked the earth. They never had a burial site. Now, throughout history, they'll come up with images and paintings and drawings of people, and they'll just say that that was from that time and that was that man or that man. But it's all lies, people. It's all lies. And to paint this picture for you, you're Jesus. You're Jesus, allegedly. Allegedly, your Jesus walked the earth for 33 years and spent a large amount of that time with 12 disciples. And not once did this guy leave you anything. He didn't write anything. He didn't draw anything. He didn't sign anything. He didn't even put a signature on nothing. And this is coming from a time where illustrated carvings and sketches and paintings is how the ancestors left the story for the future man to understand. You can go look at hieroglyphics on any walls in any cave, pyramid, structure. I'm talking about from the Mayans to the Egyptians to tribes that don't even get as much play and notoriety. All left carvings, none of which have any story of this Jesus Christ, God, Bible story, none of which dictate anything that they why would your God not leave you nothing? He wouldn't even write that. There's not even a book in the Bible called Jesus. This man didn't even leave you a scroll of writings. Like, cut it out. This man allegedly was a carpenter. He was a carpenter and never even carved his name. Nigga did. Right now, 10-year-olds carve their names in trees and say, "I love you, Mom," and shit. Like, this almighty God of yours didn't leave nothing for anyone to gain trust or knowledge or insight into him. He didn't carve into a tree. He didn't even make a carving of his own image. Nobody he ran with even made a carving, a statue, or nothing of this guy. So it doesn't make sense all the way down to the whole story. It's not true. It's not real. Even your God. Why hasn't your God... The Bible's 452 years old. Why hasn't your God sent you another Bible? Why hasn't he rewrote a Bible? Why hasn't he inspired any more authors to write you a new Bible that's translated directly from him? Why hasn't he reached out to you? Why doesn't your God communicate with you other than the psychological illness that you possess, carrying on the cult teachings and traditions? You know, my people are starting to look bad. It's starting to be a black eye. It's starting to make us look bad that the brainwashing is getting outrageous. When the colonizers and the settlers first started occupying this land and forcing those teachings on the people, it was no different than any land or country they brought it to. It was in bloodshed. It was through murder and mayhem and beatings and lynchings and beheadings and killings in order to get you to convert over into their belief system. Everybody that stands behind that belief system is very evil, very tainted. We talking about, and then you Bible believers, y'all don't quote or memorize or paraphrase the parts in the Bible that are disgusting, like the molestation, the pedophilia, the mass murder, the jealousy, the rage and envy performed by your God. It's funny that out of 69 books of the Bible, Old Testament and New Testament, your devil character never hurt nobody in that book. All he did was talk shit through the whole book. Your God, on the other hand, murdered, killed, sacrificed, lynched, burned, flooded, destroyed, punished. All he did was just destruction. He was a very evil God, very contradicting, hypocritical God that only a man could have created. You know, his flaws as well as his thoughts and plans and understandings aren't godlike. They're imperfect human characteristics and traits, and you have to you have to give up common sense and be led by a blind faith in order to even go along with this ridiculous story. Everything from virgins getting pregnant. Why your God don't impregnate no more virgins? Everything from sending his own son to be sacrificed. Why he ain't sent no more sons? He ain't even sent no nephews or cousins or nothing. Burning bushes and moving mountains and talking serpents. Why ain't no more serpents talking? Why ain't nobody else doing nothing? And then you telling me that this is the same God that designed the hell? Or he said that Satan is in hell? So I don't believe in neither one because I'm a full-blown atheist, and I don't believe in none of the characters in that book because my research has taken me out of that propaganda. But let's just say, according to the story, your Satan, your devil, was one of the greatest angels in heaven and was sent to, and he left heaven from disagreeing with God, and he came to earth, and a bunch of angels followed him. And apparently he's down here wreaking havoc, and he's just a cold piece of shit, according to, the myth. So your God says that if you choose God, that you get to be heavenly and beautifully and live and resurrected. But if you choose Satan's way, you're going to burn in hell forever. That don't even make sense. Satan didn't agree with God, and he left with his folks. So if you didn't agree with God and allegedly went along with Satan's teaching, Satan would have your back. You'd be straight. He ain't gonna let you burn nowhere. And according to the Bible, nobody is in hell yet. That Armageddon battle hasn't even taken place yet. So come on, people, y'all don't even understand this shit you're reading. However, if you take time to use your common sense, none of it makes sense, man. People need to wake up. My people, that no offense, but the European, he was bred, this is his world, his story, that his leaders started possessing them with long time ago. It's a sick disease that my people need to break away from, understand real now. I know it's hard. Oh, I know it's hard. It's the most disappointing reality to face, that we've been lied to. The ones we trusted the most in life lied to us. Some of them on purpose, some of them didn't know no better. They was lied to. And it's just something that I just wish y'all would break out of, man. It's not real. The book has an author. A man wrote it. Why would an almighty, all-powerful God need a book anyway? Why would he need to talk to his creation through a book? When some people can't read, some people can't comprehend, some people can't understand. There's different languages, there's different terminologies, there's different slangs and cadences, and like, come on, man. It only takes a tiny bit of common sense. It don't even take a lot. Actually, children understand the flaws in this book and question it until brainwashed adult, condemns them for asking questions or questioning or whatever. So all I'm saying, man, this is my public service announcement. I've been an atheist now for almost 10 years. I've been spitting this shit, and back when it wasn't even cool to do so. Now I'm noticing TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, there's a lot of people who have come into the awakeness and the realization of real knowledge and understanding, and they starting to teach this. Some of them people, beware of them, because they still are scared to leave the belief. So they mixing shit. They giving you a little bit of this truth where they still trying to hold on to a God. Like, there should be a God. Like, come on, man. Understand the difference between an atheist and an agnostic. Most of these people talking to y'all are agnostics. An agnostic, somebody that considers themselves woke, and they don't believe in man-made traditions, religions, or customs no more. They don't believe in none of the teachings of a man. They come to understand religion is fake, but they're scared to let go of the concept of a God. So just to kind of be safe, they like, I know it's something up there. It was created by something. There's still an almighty God up there somewhere. We just been lied to. The truth, y'all, is going to devastate you. It's all fake. There's nothing up there, which makes the definition of an atheist. The atheist completely relies upon facts and science and the understanding of history and things that can be proven, versus we don't believe in faith and hocus pocus, smoke and mirrors and all that shit. We don't worship that. We don't participate. We only believe in facts. We understand that there wouldn't even be a reason or a need for a God. It doesn't even make sense. He doesn't do anything, doesn't help anybody. And a all-powerful God that gives a weak, sinful human being free will would be the most redundant idiot thing ever. It's like me giving 3-year-olds loaded guns and saying it's up to them if they shoot themselves or someone. They have free will. That's dumb as fuck. So let's start having the courage, because it takes a lot of courage to go against the masses and the family and the friends who are so brainwashed that they don't want to hear the logic and the truth. It takes a lot of courage to stand on your own, to go against them and dig a little deeper and understand the truth versus just running around accepting shit you really don't understand. In the back of your mind, you even question it. You just don't have the courage or the knowledge to address it and stand on your own belief and understandings in life. So these people make a majority of people because everybody don't have the balls or the courage to be brave and face this. So it's going to forever be followers and believers of the bullshit. But for people who are a little deeper, they seek a little more knowledge, please, people, come together, get you a group, get you a network, and dig into real history and understand what's really going on. Don't be no fool. And that's all I got to say, man. I'm going to get off of here. I'm just tired of being quiet about it. So I just thought I'd address that and let you people understand. It's a very hard pill to swallow. It's very disappointing. And I know, but it's fake. It's not real. It was introduced to you through some very ruthless, dangerous people who don't care about you, and they did it to justify the means of their actions and to control yours. So I'm signing off from now. Let y'all think on that, man. Get in the comments and leave anything you want to leave, anything you want. I want all the smoke. I'm up for all the debates or whatever. I'm really him with this knowledge and information. I really dig and go in my pocket. I don't just walk down to the public library funded by the government and donations and get my researches out of the books that the Americans provide you for free to be indoctrinated by. There's a lot of false knowledge and information in your public free library. I dig way deeper for my sources. I dig outside of the box. This knowledge and information ain't just sitting at the corner. It's going to take some real effort, and sometimes it's going to cost you, and the average nigga ain't getting ready to do that. So wake up, people. Atheists for life.